Do you have a hard time truly turning off? Like, even if you're on vacation, do you struggle to really rest and relax? Well, listen in and learn how to capture that sense of contentment, satisfaction, and peace, even when things on your checklist aren't checked off. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. That way you can be notified every time I release a new video on faith, leadership, and living from personal freedom. I have been where you are. I remember struggling to rest. I remember struggling and even having anxiety, trying to make myself sit in a chair for 5 minutes and do nothing. But now I have learned the secret to actually live from a place of rest and even work from a place of rest. It starts with the struggle to identify what is enough. Is this enough? Have I done enough? Well, what is enough? Because you and I both know our checklist will never be complete. There is always more work to do. There is always more that can get done. And a lot of type A people that I work with have this concept of the moving finish line. As soon as you accomplish one thing, you're already on to the other. As soon as you've finished one milestone or you've hit a goal, your eyes are already on to the next. And this can be a beautiful thing, but we've got to pay attention to where it's coming from and what our motivation is. Because if we're not careful, that moving finish line turns into this hamster wheel. We get on this hamster wheel and we just keep going and going and going. And here's the thing about a burnout lifestyle that I've learned from personal experience as well as through clients that I've coached. It's almost like a pendulum. On one end, we swing it and we go hard, we go fast, we go strong. And then come the weekend or maybe come a vacation, we kind of just collapse. It's almost like we just die. But we are numbing out, we are escaping, we aren't ever truly coming from a place of rejuvenation and never truly able to fill back up from a place of rest. But we get back on that hamster wheel, we swing that pendulum hard the other way, and we go fast and hard and strong again. And we swing it back, and we think by having vacations or taking weekends away, we're actually filling back up, but it never quite does the trick. I remember feeling this way, and it was like I was underwater and my lips were the only thing above water, and I was just trying to grasp for air. In our culture today, we are pretty aware of the burnout lifestyle, and we understand on a head level the problems with it. I'm probably not telling you anything that you don't know or you haven't experienced yet. But I will say, we do not go deep enough at a deep enough level to actually solve the problem. Many times we're just settling for band-aids on the issues. We might look at the new time management tips or work-life balance, 4-day work week, or more self-care. And all of those things are good and they might give us a little relief, but honestly, they are just treating symptoms. Because what I have found is that this external hamster wheel that we're experiencing is actually a reflection of an internal hamster wheel that's going on inside of us. You can have the perfect schedule, the perfect self-care routine, the perfect job, the perfect work-life balance, and still not feel fully at rest and fully content and fully secure in yourself. And it comes from this underlying belief that our value, our worth, our lovability, our acceptance is somehow tied to how much we can do and produce and succeed and accomplish. And when we tie those things together, we start having these underlying beliefs that once I do XYZ, or once I hit this level, then I can rest, or then I'll be enough, or then I'll be accepted and loved. Is this ringing true for you? Have you experienced this at all? Let me know in the comments. Again, in our culture, we know on some level that this isn't true. We know that our value is not attached to how much we can produce and how much we can do. But yet, if you look around, based on results, we haven't fully internalized it yet. To some extent, we aren't believing it because we're not living that way. In a world that celebrates success and productivity and accomplishments and doing and busyness, we have to be more solid and more secure in the truth. And if our lifestyle isn't reflecting it, we've got to dig deeper. I can sit here and tell you that you are already enough, that you have nothing to prove, that if you did nothing with the rest of your life, it wouldn't change a thing about your worth or your value. I can tell you that you are already loved and lovable to the max. Like, God cannot love you any more or any less than he already does. But you've probably already heard this. You probably already know it on some level, but to take it to a deeper level, it gets a little trickier. Usually these underlying beliefs that your worth is tied to your productivity is rooted in years and years, maybe even a lifetime full of experiences and messages that were sent to you that said that was true, that said you had to produce, you had to do in order to be good enough, in order to be accepted, in order to be loved. So it's gonna take a hot minute to practice undoing and unraveling these deeply rooted beliefs, and a lot of practicing a new way of thinking and believing and living this out, especially among a culture that is bombarding us with the opposing message. So in a way, our work becomes constantly coming back to and staying and living from this place of deep true rest and peace, and knowing that we are already loved to the max, that we are already enough, and that our value doesn't change. It's our thoughts about our value that makes it feel like it changes. And that is who you are. That is who you be. You are already fully enough, fully loved, fully accepted, whether you are taking a nap, whether you're running a business, whether you're running a marathon or relaxing. It's not about how much more you need to do before you can be enough. The cool thing about living from this place is you can still go and do all the things. You can still go and work hard, but you're doing it from a place of rest and security, not a place of anxiety and overwhelm and being frantic and burning out. And this is how we shift out of fear-based motivation into love-based motivation. And it is a completely different type of motivation. It wells up in us, it fills us up, and we overflow. Do you see how that flipped from earlier? Instead of believing that we have to do enough in order to be enough, we realize that we already be enough, and out of that, we can overflow and be motivated to do all the things that we're called to do. This is personal freedom. This is living loved and living free. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos just like it.